Good evening, folks. Welcome to the 68th episode of the Matias Sports Podcast. Boston Herald Correspondent, Zach McMahon, right? I'm saying that right?
Yep.
Hey, appreciate you reaching out and joining the show. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Like I said, I appreciate you wanting to come on, talk about your career, and the floor is yours, so go for it.
Okay, so my career started when I was like a sophomore in high school.
Hmm.
I u Back when I was at Old Colony Regional Vocational Technical High School, which is in Rochester, Massachusetts. So what I did was because I told some people that I was thinking about becoming a journalist when I got out of school and everything.
Hmm.
So an opportunity popped up to write for the local newspaper, which is called Sippicant Week,
Yep.
which covers the town of Rochester, Marion, Mattapoisett, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think
Um,
Wareham too.
I think Wareham has their own, but
Hmm.
anyways, so basically what I did was I would write basically once a month about what's going on in Old Colony, like I would write about any special events or any like major championships that are going on at the time. So basically I would write when there's since I went to a local tech school, like there's like certain weeks I took my academic classes,
Hmm.
and then others I was in my technical area, shop, whatever you want to call it, which is business technology. So basically, I would write during the one article during when I was in shop, and yeah, I got about probably 20 something articles during that time. Like I wrote during my sophomore and junior years. And then I also, like my sophomore year, I also picked up, camera operating, and I was part of like a TV club. Um, so all in all, I wanted to, like, I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to do all print or all broadcast media. So, explore my options as, any other high school would do. So,
Oh, absolutely.
um, and then senior year of high school hits. Um, we have to come up with a big senior project. So I came up with the idea because Old Colony did not have their own student newspaper. I came up with, hey, why don't I start a student newspaper and, I got myself and like a couple scenes together and, basically, we would, it's kind of the same thing, once a month we would, publish an edition, printed by the graphics department. Um, basically the newspaper, um, that my advisor, I had an advisor who's like a paraprofessional,
Hmm.
but she came up with the idea of having to be a poster, like a one-sided poster with, you know. So yeah, we would once again, write about um what's going on in the school. I also would put down what's happening in our sports, and then I also had like I had a contributor who's like who's a social studies teacher too. So like he was also involved. So all in all, like I got like 5 editions published. That was and then of course I graduated during the 2020 season.
Oh yeah,
So
jeez, yeah.
I think we, I think we both know where this is going. COVID hit,
Hmm.
um, and then basically we had to, go online and all that, all that good stuff. So, and then, and then I started attending college at Bridgewater State. First year, like I did take part of a journalism class where I did, 'cause my instructor was actually like one of the editors of, Patch, who's, the Patch for the audience. It's kind of like a hyper local aggregate site.
I think I've heard of it. Patch Media or something like that.
Yeah, Patch Media.
Yeah.
So the whole class became contributors.
Hmm.
And then what happened is we would go into four groups. Like we would get to cover, I think it was, um, Brockton, Plymouth, Attleboro, and I know there's a fourth one in there, but, um, so I ultimately went to the Plymouth because, I liked Plymouth.
Hmm.
Um, so I got I didn't go like in person like I'm doing now, but like I got to remotely, write about what's happening with Plymouth North and South. So like I got to do a little bit basketball, hockey. That was also the year that just football was moved into the spring.
Yeah, 21. I
So
remember that.
I got to, I got to do football. And then later part of the year carried over to, you know, the spring season, which of course is, baseball, softball, etc., etc.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So, so, and then that was my freshman. And then sophomore year onwards, um, I was part of the Bear Sports Network where um, I would come to the Bridgewater State games and either I would run the cameras or I'd be play-by-play announcer, and that's I really along with the Herald, I'm also a play-by-play announcer. I've done so for several schools in the area, and but that's where I got my start is at BSU. Like it really picked up like my junior year. I mean, I did a couple games my sophomore year, but
Hmm.
I was really just the camera guy. But junior year, I started to pick up more games. I would operate as a color guy just to get my feet wet at
Yep.
first, and then once I got more confident, I took on the play-by-play mantle. And then senior was pretty much all play-by-play. So, well, like I was one of two main guys, basically. So, so yeah, I really found my love in play-by-play. And then, I mean, I was also writing for the student newspaper called The Comment, at BSU. And I was sports editor for my sophomore and senior year. Um, and then 2024, I graduate. So, and then I, took off from there, like started becoming a sports broadcaster, at MIT and UMass Dartmouth. And then that winter, I started working for, uh, Hockey Night in Boston. So I did several articles from them. I would basically do like a game of the week type
Hmm.
thing.
On the high school level.
So yeah, on the high school level.
Yep.
So Like I was going all over like the South Shore. Like there was like one game I went to Canton, and then I actually probably the highlight was I got to cover it was Bishop a part of Bishop Stang's Cinderella run last year.
Mm-hmm.
As I covered their first round game against Winthrop, which is down in Hetland. And yeah, it was like their first ever playoff win. And then, who would have thunk it? They go all the way to the state championships. It's like, so, so yeah, continue my broadcasting, duties during the spring. Um, and then I picked up, uh, I also film for my local cable access,
Yep.
LICAM, stands for Lakeville Community Access Media. So been going to a bunch of games starting that spring. And then let's say back in August, I I contact Jack, especially now that because like Danny V retired
He
and
did, yeah. Nice guy too.
Jack Murray became janitor.
Yep. Both good guys.
Um, so I thought maybe I should reach out. Maybe there's an opening, and well, there was. So and then I got my first start. So I want to say it was like second week of September. It was BR versus Plymouth South, and then covered from there. I covered football, soccer, volleyball, field hockey, and then right now we're in really like in the thick of things with
Basketball and
ice
hockey.
hockey and basketball with the tournament coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much been my history so far.
No, that's pretty good. I mean, is there one thing that you like more than the other? Like, do you like doing play-by-play more than writing, or you like doing both, or you just want to kind of be the jack of all trades? Because that's how a lot of people kind of get
I
their foot in
want
the
to
door.
be I want to be jack of all trades, to be
Absolutely.
honest. Like I've been in contact with a few other schools. I'm trying myself to be like a statistician.
Mm-hmm.
So like, um, could maybe some point during the spring I'll maybe doing like a spotter, telling the inputter like what to put in, and
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
trying that out at
No,
some point. So
no, that'd be kind of cool. You're trying to do that for high school, college, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to find something with that.
yeah, yeah, college.
I mean,
So
there's plenty of opportunities out there, and especially, I don't know if you've looked into the Cape League. I know it doesn't pay, but I guess it's good for the resume, is what people have told me. Doing internships, working for the teams and stuff. So I don't know if that's something
hmm,
you'd be interested in. If you're a big baseball guy, I mean, I love all the four major sports, but I'm definitely a big baseball guy. And
okay,
yeah, the Cape League, it's just unfortunately, I'm not dogging it. It's great. You get to interact with the players, interns, stuff like that, but just free labor, unfortunately, and people want to get paid. So that's something that you
right,
can think about if you were interested, but I've heard the Cape League is just great to work for,
yeah,
to get a resume builder.
yeah.
But um
Hmm.
going back talking about your experience with Jack, how's it been so far since you've started in September? Because like I said, I've talked to him on the phone. He seems like a pretty reasonable guy.
Yeah, it's everything's been pretty good. Pretty good for the most part. Like, I try to since I have, Lake Boston Herald and Lake Cam, most weeks. So
Mm,
try my best to, balance it out. Like, you know, hey, I'm working for Herald, but I'm not completely, shutting out Lake Cam.
mm,
It's, so, like, yeah, like there's been, some weeks I didn't get to, I don't get to go out because, certain space, like, especially like when the Patriots are in the Super Bowl, like, you're really constrained sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
um, but other than that, really, it's been pretty good. I feel like it's really getting my name out to the masses.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
Yeah, because people be talking about you. Oh, this kid Zach, he writes good. He does broadcasting. Like people want the jack of all trades to do multiple hats, I guess, or wear multiple hats. So keep going. You're on the
yeah,
right path for sure. I mean, it's definitely a hard industry. I've been told, or it's like the print industry, or at least the newspaper part. It's kind of been dying, unfortunately. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but everything's
you're
online now.
right.
So like, if I look it up, like I can find you and your article on this high school game in the matter of 2 seconds. But it's a lot of subscriptions too.
Right.
So there's a lot of free content, and then there's a lot like you got to pay $1 or whatever it is to the Herald, Globe, whatever it is, just to see your article.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's your like
Yeah.
opinion on that? Go ahead. Sorry.
What's my opinion on what?
On like the whole subscription base. Like, let's say you write a report and like, all right, this person's got to pay because they're out of free, views and stuff like that. What's your whole thing on like the subscriptions just to read your content so you can share it with other people?
So, I mean, the company newspaper is gonna, make them money somehow.
Hmm.
So, that's especially what you said, print media, you know, has been dying for, since, everyone has a smartphone and
Hmm.
everything. Everyone can just look it up. Um, so yeah, they gotta make their um because like they want to stay in business. Like
Hmm.
gotta be like there's been more local newspapers like in recent years that have that just completely died out
Yeah.
because of all the digital stuff. Um, that there's a balance too because you know like the older demographic, some of them, they still read newspapers and I occasionally make the, print newspaper too.
There's nothing wrong
So
with the
yeah,
old
that's,
newspapers, honestly. I mean, I could probably pick one up today and be like, all right, I might not read the whole thing, but definitely the sports section. I'll take a look and see what's up and what, the columnists and the local reporters are writing about certain things. But I'm kind of old fashioned. I
yeah,
like seeing it
absolutely.
online. Don't get me wrong, because it's just easy, free. Most of the content's free, but yeah, no, I
Yeah,
mean,
you don't have to, like, my family, like, they go out to Cumberland Farms a lot
hmm.
and they have the Herald at Cumberland Farms. So if we go out there, um, and I just happen to be in the paper, I buy it. It's like,
Yeah, it's a good
I
little
mean,
thing. Like, hey, I made the paper. Like, this is good, like for a memory thing. And then when you're looking back and you're somewhere in 10, 15, 20 years, you're like, look what I did 20 years ago,
yeah,
Definitely a good little portfolio you're building up. I mean, like I keep saying, like, it's just tough. It's tough to be the next Patriots beat writer. It's like those positions don't come often and they want experience because those people don't leave those positions because they're in it for like 30, 40 years, even if
why would
it's
they?
I know you're traveling. It's just the whole family aspect too. Like I'm big with into family and stuff like that. So being away, like I get it's a job, they're getting paid, and they have kids and stuff like that, and husbands and wives. But like you said, why would they give that up when they're doing it for 20, 30 years? They got locker room access. They're traveling with the team. I mean, baseball, you're always constantly on the road traveling, so you're mixing it up between two or three journalists. But definitely keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing, and definitely appreciate you and others in this industry that just keep grinding and trying to get somewhere because, I mean, you graduated from BSU, what is it, a couple years ago at least? If you went in like 2020,
Yeah,
2021.
2024. Yeah.
2024. So you ended up getting a degree
So
in what,
communications,
communications. Yeah. So that's good that you got your bachelor's, I want to say.
bachelor's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to like keep going and go to like your master's to another program, or you're just gonna call it a
Um,
bachelor's?
maybe probably not. Maybe in some point, like
Not
you
anytime soon.
know, not probably probably not like next year or anything. But like if I feel it, like I'll probably take a crack at that. You know.
Yeah, I feel like having your bachelor's gets you a long way though. Like if you go to apply for jobs or whatever it is, that's what they want is more bachelor's than an associate's or a high school diploma now. For like the
Right.
field that we like, communication, sports media, journalism, broadcasting. They look at it and it's like you got 1 to 3 years experience or 3 to 5 in this, but you got a bachelor's degree. You're probably gonna have a better chance than somebody that's got an associate's or a diploma.
Right.
So
Exactly.
that's always
So
good to have in your back
it.
pocket.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not degrading
Yeah.
that at all. I mean, I just think degrees are a little outrageous. That's my personal opinion. I mean, I only have an associate's degree, so I never made it to the bachelor's degree. So it is what it is. That's equivalent to a high school diploma in my eyes now, associate's degree.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the unfortunate part.
Especially the money aspect. Like I don't, you know, like I don't want to have to go into debt
No,
for, you
absolutely. If you're
know.
trying to build a future with yourself, your significant other, you want a house, you want an apartment, you want a newer car, it's like, it's outrageous that people are like 40, 50,000 in debt. And then it's like, all right, I want to settle down, have a family, get a new car, get a house or apartment. But it's like, yeah, I got to pay my school debts off. That's the
Yeah.
unfortunate thing. And then you're paying it well
Yeah.
into your 20s and 30s. And it's like, all right, you're trying to build a future with somebody or yourself. And then you're stuck.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. It's just people's got their
Absolutely.
own paths, own ways. And it's just, I'm not judging everybody. Everybody's their own person. They make their own personal decisions. But
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add. I mean, I appreciate you coming on and, reaching out a couple weeks ago to come on. I'm willing to talk to anybody. I don't care if it's from Bob Sosi, which he's a good guy. I talk to him here and there, does Pat's radio play by play. He's hell of a nice guy. To a person like yourself that's just trying to make a name for him, I'm always willing to hear people's stories because it interests me. I like knowing people's backgrounds and who they know and stuff like that. But I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to add.
Um, I don't think I really have anything
But
that
not
I
like
that
I
I
said, I
can think of
appreciate
right now.
yeah, I appreciate you coming on, man, and doing this for a little bit.
Yeah. Right. Do you have anything else for me?
Um, trying to think off the top of my head because I know we probably got some time here. Um, what else would I have for you? Before we wrap up. All right, yeah. So maybe just thinking about it. So, talking. I know we talked about more print than broadcasting, but what got you in? I don't know if I asked you this before, but what got you into like the broadcasting side of things? Just making like a decipher, like you said earlier, like you want to do both.
Yeah. So as said in my like intro, my background, like I picked it up when like mostly my junior year at
Hmm.
BSU, junior senior year, and I just like I thought I like the thrill of being a broadcaster, like really because you're like like when people are watching, like the first thing they hear is really when an exciting play happens, like the
You want to hear
first
excitement from the
human,
broadcasters, yeah.
yeah, it's like like think of Mike Breen and
Oh yeah,
bang
yeah,
and
bang, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you said that pretty good. That was good, actually. Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know
It's a catch thing. It's catchy.
yeah, it's catchphrase,
Hmm.
or like for baseball and softball, like I pick, you know, the Yankees broadcaster that the see ya.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I really
that's
picked up that
Michael K. You're talking about the
Michael
Yankees.
K.
Yeah, yes,
Yes,
TV. Yeah, yeah. He does a phenomenal job. He's done some ESPN games
yeah,
too, like for the postseason, and he does a really nice
right,
job. I mean, there's plenty of broadcasters out there, like I alluded to, Bob Sosi. He does a phenomenal job on 98.5 doing the Patriots play-by-play. He's just a phenomenal guy. So shout out to him because
yeah,
he's a good guy. But I mean, Dave O'Brien does great finessing Red Sox. I don't know if you're a big baseball guy, but he does a very good job.
yeah,
Mike Monaco, he doesn't do bad when he fills in. You probably know Sean McDonough. That guy does like everything. Does college football, Red Sox on EEI. What else does he do? He does hockey for ABC or ESPN. That guy does it all too.
yeah,
There's so many good broadcasters out there that amaze me. Like, look where they started, and now a lot of athletes like Tom Brady. I've seen RG3, bunch of guys just doing color. I mean, everybody
yeah,
dogged on Brady. Was it 2 years ago or last year, whatever it was? He wasn't maybe the best, but he actually formed himself, and I liked him from the beginning. But him doing like the color for Fox, I thought he did a good second year, you know.
yeah,
But like I said, I
yeah,
appreciate it. Appreciate you
yeah.
you coming on and doing this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.